Welcome back, guys. Today we're talking about eyebrows. I'm gonna show you how to get perfect eyebrows in 3 easy steps, as well as how I groom my brows to clean up the shape. So let's get started. So here are my eyebrows after a couple of weeks of growth. As you can see, the shape is not as defined as I would have liked, especially with these hairs on my eyelids, which won't give me a clean base for my eyeshadows. I have pretty fine eyebrow hairs as well, so you can see lots of spots that are missing hair. So we are going to work on cleaning up the shape of the brows before filling them in. What you will need is a spoolie and an angled brush like this. This tool is important so that you can brush the hairs up. You can get an idea of the shape that you have. Personally, I try not to take too much hair because I've so little already. So what I notice with my left eyebrow, it is a lot thicker, especially in the front compared to my right, as I have some areas on my right brow that aren't growing, so I'm gonna keep that in mind as I'm cleaning up my brows so that they both match perfectly. Start by taking a pencil or a brush and placing it on the inside of your nostril. So inside nostril, over here. Not the outside corner of our nose as previously thought, because having our eyebrows starting on the outside like this, especially if you have flared nostrils, your eyebrows might be starting further back and distorting the look of your face compared to having it a little bit inside. At the same time, we don't want it too far in and creating a unibrow. So generally speaking, starting from the inside corner is a good place to start your brows. Starting from here, and place some concealer on the brush to mark the spot. Next, you're going to take your brush or your pencil to line from your nose, the side of your nose, through your pupil. Sorry, I keep looking over there to look at the monitor. Create a mark right there. Last step is to line your brush from the outer corner of your eye all the way out here and mark that spot with a concealer. So now we are going to connect the lines. Draw a line from the starting point to our arch line and continue drawing that line to our end brow. Should look something like this. Continue the method on top, starting over here. Oops. And fill in the front. So that you have an outline of your eyebrows. So anywhere that has concealer, such as these areas right here, or anywhere outside of the concealer, such as these ones on my eyelids and over here, those are the hairs that you take out. You do not touch the ones inside the outline. So let's do the other side. Once again, line it up right here. Create your line. And on the end of the nose, connecting from the outside of your... there. Now that the outlines are complete, you can see your shape clearly, and now it's time to groom them. Personally, I am not a fan of the pain from tweezing, especially on the delicate areas on my eyelids. So I shave them with an eyebrow shaver, such as this. You can get them from Daiso. And I tweeze closer to the brow so that I don't accidentally shave off something I didn't want. If you don't mind tweezing, you go for it, but for those that are not great with tweezing, this is a tip that you can use as well. So that's one eye done. Just to compare it with the previous side, now I'm gonna go back in and work on the other side. Once you finish taking the hairs from the outside and they're all clean, wipe off the concealer and let's get started on filling them in. Starting with groomed brows, you already have a great foundation for your eyebrow color placement. We'll be using the 3-point system so that you know where to place your color until you're familiar enough with the spots to draw it in without these steps. So using a pencil, once again, line up from the nostril and create a line right here, and along the nose through the pupil, and create your brow, your arch, and from the outer eye and create a dot for the end of your brows. And what you're going to do, starting from the arch line, draw in small strokes to your end line, and top, small strokes downwards. And moving on to your starting line, small strokes, join it up. Now, to do the top line, start about a third of the way in and draw your line there. This is to prevent from making the front section too dark, and by drawing it a third of the way in, you'll be able to create that gradual buildup of color and fill it in. Then use your spoolie to blend the colors forward. Use your fingers to blend if you drew that initial line a bit too strongly, and keep blending. Don't press the pencil too hard, because you don't want a lot of color, especially on the front of the brows. And now fill in the other side. So once again, an additional step is to put a little concealer underneath the brows, just like this. If you want them a little more defined, or to clean up any steps like here, where I drew it a little too blocky for my taste. But if you don't need concealer, feel free to skip this step. You can also use concealer if you've made the front too dark, to lighten up the area so that it looks more natural. Just put some concealer and brush inwards, just like that. Lastly, I finish off with brow gel. Sometimes drawing brows might take away the texture of hair after applying product that covers the natural texture, so it can look a bit unnatural. So this step is to bring the hair texture back and make it look more natural. It's also a great step with long eyebrow hairs like me, where throughout the day it might go out of shape, without you noticing, so an eyebrow gel will keep them in place all day. So there you go, perfect natural looking brows using a 3-dot system that will work every time. Just remember that practice makes perfect, especially when it comes to brows. If you do have any questions, I would be happy to answer them in the comments down below. If you do like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.